Hello, and welcome to A Pair of Dice Lost podcasting channel. My name is Brendan. My pronouns are he, him, and today I am joined by...
Hey there, guys. My name is Tyler. Pronouns are he, him. I'm going to be playing Ricky, the fire-aspected street exorcist.
Hi, everybody. My name's Christina. I will be playing Elion. My pronouns are she, her, and Elion's pronouns are they, them. They are a water-aspected investigator.
Hi, everyone. My name's Cody. Pronouns are he, they, and I play Amalar Divine, the air-aspected shady businessman.
Hi, my name is Britt, and I play Resh Ferris. My pronouns are she, her, as well as Ferris's. She is a wood-aspected dragon-blooded who has a familiar named Zeke, who is a ferret, and she's kind of a performer, petty theft.
And this is Exalted, like a Dragon-Blooded. All right, so you all sit down to eat and are served whatever food that you like. The Desert Basilisk has a rather robust menu, but whatever food that you like, most likely they can get it here, or something similar.
I'm going to order a coffee out of spite.
Minami just looks at you and just goes, you literally just heard that fucking conversation.
Hey, what you don't?
I heard you had a lot of it because you couldn't sell none because you're a bad salesman.
It was...
Hey, cut it with that. You know, maybe this is an opportunity. Maybe this will be the start of your coffee empire, Minami. Who knows?
Sure, I'll go get some coffee. It takes a little bit for Divine to be served his drink. So with everything, with dinner served, people full, and drinks cooling or other things just kind of settling, Kathika Koki takes the lead on speaking. All right then. So, thank you all for meeting us at the harbor. It was a long trip to get us down here, but now that we're here, I can finally give you all the message that the matriarch gave me to send to the rest of the family. With the realm out of the picture for now, and Chiaroscuro looking like it might rebel against the realm along with the other satraps, now is the perfect opportunity for us to set up a base of operations for the Tyrannata clan within Chiaroscuro. And not just a small holding like Minami here has helped set up in the new city. We're looking for something a little bit more stylish, I suppose, would be the better way of putting it. A little bit more respectable.
A casino.
See, I knew that's why we kept you around for a reason, Divine. So there's a couple ideas that I had in mind for I have an idea, and Captain Desert Bloom has an idea of whether we can set up shop.
Okay.
So my idea is to have us actually set up in the heart of the city with what that we're going to be dealing with. That is specifically, I want us to set up in the undermarket. For Elion and Ricky, who have been in Chiaroscuro for quite a while, the undermarket is basically so underneath Chiaroscuro there is a almost labyrinthine amount of tunnels and giant staging areas that kind of go all underneath the city. And in here, the people basically there is a large, basically black market underneath the city, where that the majority of any kind of smuggling operation or illegal trade goods operation basically kind of stems from.
Where the majority of what stem from?
smuggling or any kind of illegal goods operation, along with anything like I don't want to say human trafficking because the crime families don't deal in that. They think that that's below them, but like pleasure houses are definitely a thing that they deal with down there.
So when do we set out to go get one?
Well, I've got a guy who has a pretty big lot down there who can set us up. We got to go and I can set up a meeting, but he's given me an estimate for the amount that is going to be due to set it up for us.
What was the other idea? The one Desert Bloom had.
Desert Bloom takes a big old drag off of their gigantic pipe and blows out bubblegum smelling smoke. Yes, well, dears, I actually had a different idea. I was thinking of maybe setting up in like a good couple of, I wanted us to look respectable to the common people. I was thinking maybe the Plaza District. It's got enough, it's in the new city, but it's got a lot of the amenities of the old city. Temperature control units, mood lighting, large, spacious apartments. There's even word that maybe one of them even has an automatic bubble bath. It would give a more respectable appearance to our family. We would be seen as people who are approachable by the common man, as opposed to lurking around with the rest of the criminal riffraff.
But we are the criminal riffraff.
They don't need to know that, though.
The people here respect us. We protect we protect those who fall between the cracks of the realm and the guild from a life of poverty and uncertainty. We help out people. And yes, we do make a small profit off of it, but we're mostly here to make sure that the bloody guild doesn't get its hands into things.
And to be fair, we are the ones that just told those demon-worshipping fuckstick pirates to go fuck off.
Yeah, well, that's what they get for not worshipping a better demon.
I quite assure you, there are no good demons.
Right.
Well, the Neoma aren't half bad.
I don't know. I'm assuming that I dislike all demons.
If you want to, as someone who knows occult and everything, while the demons are creatures of darkness, is at least like the first circle ones, like the low-ranking demons, are commonly by sorcerers actually just used as tools. It's a weirdly cheap source of labor or extra help, so long as you know how to properly bind a demon. Now, if you don't know how to do that, things get fucky.
Probably still not a huge fan.
No, probably still not a huge fan. But again, it can be a case-by-case basis. So, like, a Neoma is the best way that I can explain a Neoma, since that I mentioned it, is that Neomas are androgynous. They're basically changelings. They can be whatever you want them to be. They are reproductive demons. You can literally be like, "Hey, I want a kid," and hand them over like hair from you and like your husband or you and your wife or whatever. And they will make you a kid.
Weird.
But then, then there's other demons like blood apes, which are literally just apes that are bred for war. There is a slight problem with that.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, well, my plan would require us to have to deal with one of the local city gods.
Is that so?
Grandmother Bright runs the Plaza District.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Oh, have you run afoul of Grandmother before?
I've heard the stories. I'm all for fighting guards and kicking ass, but that's a tight rope to walk for sure.
So why not get our foothold in the undermarket, and then once we got enough, go legitimate in the plaza, play the long con.
Oh, I think that you may have misunderstood there, Divine. How are you at dealing? Have you ever dealt with a god before?
Nah, mostly just people. Everybody's a person.
I assure you, Mother Bright probably isn't a person.
No, Grandmother Bright is certainly not a person. She's been here longer than the Tricon. Point of fact, so the underground, we would need a... He kind of looks over to Akoki. We would need a fairly large sum of money to procure that, plus dealing with some extra work that the contact has lined up. A little bit of a favor trade to make sure that the paperwork's filed where the guild can't find it.
So bitch work is what you mean. You have to, do all that, the lackey stuff for free, is what you're trying to say.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be for free.
We wouldn't be getting paid for it, though. That doesn't feel very good.
I certainly did not say that you all would not be getting paid for it, but the majority of the funds would... Basically, I would be paying for it. The money... I would be paying for it out of my own coffers, but I would need you all to help do some extra work to secure the paperwork side of things and make sure that we can acquire the building. Yes, well, while that is the case, Grandmother Bright is a little bit more fickle. She can't exactly be bought, you see. There's a few things that we could do, but essentially it would be I don't want to say there would be a longer game, but it would essentially be...
She can kind of tell us whatever the fuck she wants to tell us, right?
More or less, she has a vetting process, and then we may owe her some favors, and I hear that owing her a favor means that you have to do it.
Yeah. Permanently being somebody's bitch totally sounds way better than doing a little bit of bitch work. Yep. Good times all around. So, I guess the question is what kind of work are you looking for? Or, you say paperwork, but I doubt our skills are focused on actual paperwork down there. We killing somebody, we breaking into their house...
If we can help it, I'd prefer that we didn't kill anybody. Maybe scare some of the current tenants off, that kind of thing, but certainly not...
Oh, man.
Getting rid of squatters.
Making tenants terrified of their fucking houses is my primary line of work. We'll do some bamboos, and suddenly their fucking windows infected with a demon spawn or something. They're haunted. They'll buy it every time. That's my favorite trick. They always fall for it.
Yes, well, I believe that could also theoretically work on the Grandmother Bright thing. You see, one of the other problems is that she only keeps a certain amount of people are allowed to live within the plaza. And currently she's at about capacity, but there's an idea or two that I had that we might be able to scare a few current tenants out. Obviously, though, we can't exactly do it on her turf. She tends to know when that you're mucking about. Now, then, unless, of course, that the rest of you had any other ideas, I think that we should probably decide on which course of action, the Undermarket or the Plaza.
Well, I imagine that Ricky is kind of versed in the underside of the town, sort of, kinda.
Oh yeah, probably. You've lived here for a while, so you probably know it pretty well.
And probably not so much with the plaza.
The plaza's also a pretty common place to hang out. It's one of the nicer spots of the new city, so it wouldn't be unheard of that you have passed through there before.
What is everyone else thinking? Obviously, Divine wants to go for the shithole. What is everyone else thinking, though?
The plaza does sound a bit difficult. Dealing with Grandmother Bright.
I don't really have a preference, honestly.
Well then, dear Elian, do you maybe have a different idea of how we go about this? I've only been focused on the plaza because I figured that's where the matriarch would like to set up when she comes to town.
It would look good to have a place that's, not covered in squatters and bullshit to have the show. Overachieve and all that.
It just depends on the amount of effort that we want to put into it, honestly, and how good of an impression we potentially want to make. how forward do we want to be versus subversive about it? So how much effort are people willing to put in?
I mean, first impressions are pretty important.
I'm pretty good at first impressions.
Well, you can't. I don't know if you can talk your way out of everything there. You might want to, not have a hobble for our standard base. Might not look too good.
Yeah, but an underground kingdom would.
Question for the two of you who are from Chiaroscuro.
Yep.
Do either of you guys have points in lore or bureaucracy?
I have 1 in bureaucracy.
I don't think
Also-
I have either.
But it's also a water ability, which is why I only have 1 point in it.
Okay. And you have eidetic memory, correct?
I do.
Does that gives you more dice or more successes? 1 automatic success.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna write that down then.
Elian, could you give me, when that you have a chance, an intelligence plus bureaucracy roll with 1 automatic success? And the difficulty of that is going to be a 3.
And then include 1 success, so 6. My intelligence is 5.
So as that you're thinking about this, as that Desert Bloom questions if you had any other ideas, and everything that you've been talking about with saying we want to make a good first impression and all that, you seem to recall looking through some paperwork back at your home.
Hold on, give me a moment. I vaguely remember something in going through some notes. The Tricon's looking to sell something in one of the skyscrapers. We might be able to get some funds together for that, but it's going to the highest bidder, so I don't know who we'd be, for lack of a better term, competing against for that.
Well, so that's not through Mother Bright, Grandmother Bright.
Correct. That is not dealing with Grandmother Bright.
Now we just have to find out who the highest bidder is, and then steal from them, and then we'll be the highest bidder. That's how it works, right?
I like the way Ricky thinks.
I mean, I wasn't gonna fiddle with a god, but anything else? That's just free real estate, literally.
It keeps us from having to deal with Grandmother Bright. It keeps us out of the underground, and considering the location, it looks very legit and quite nice.
I do like that idea. It sounds like a much better plan.
The big thing is going to be finding out who else is interested in the location.
Well, we can root around. Shouldn't be too hard to root around, find some information out.
All right then, gang. That sounds like that's the plan that we're going with. We're going to go for, I guess, trying to impress the matriarch as much as possible and setting up Goistar headquarters right at one of the highest points in the city. Nice way to make a name for ourselves. So, this is going to be me talking to you all as a GM here. Basically, here's your introductory mission to the game and getting used to it and kind of figuring out your characters and everything. Chapter 1. Get a headquarters.
There you go.
From this moment on, basically you guys have kind of I don't want to say free reign, but the city is yours to explore, and there will be weird shit around the city. Side missions, and fun NPCs to interact with, and so on. Your goal is to try and get as much money collected as you can and get information about who's bidding on that building, on that skyscraper story, and then try and get it by whatever means necessary. You guys can go about this in whatever way you want, whether that it is accruing the funds through petty theft, taking on jobs throughout the city, helping out the local populace, conning people out of their own money, and figuring out who is trying to buy that thing and maybe even stealing from them. Or going about it in completely legitimate ways, ingratiating yourself to the Tricon, etc., etc. The choice is really all up to you guys.
So we need to earn money and find information. Are we doing this as like a group, or are we going to split up?
I think it depends on how we want to go about it with separating who's good at what.
Well, how do you guys know when making money?
I find people who, owe us money, and I get paid for doing that.
Oh, okay.
I steal it from my dad.
You know what? That makes about perfect sense.
Elion's going to look at the captains. What funds do we have available already? Because logistically speaking, we should have something to jump off of if we were already looking to acquire something in the first place.
If we're not going after the undermarket, then my funds in that won't be as tied up as they used to be. So we're going to have a little bit of a nest egg to work off of.
That's a place to start. So I assume we need to acquire more funds, and then we also need to find out who else may be interested in acquiring the story. So depending on how we want to split that up, we could split it up, or we could just do it together. It just depends on how best it would be done.
Well, Zeke and I are pretty good at, getting funds together here and there. And we could probably be a little sneaky when needed to as well. So we could do either one. Depends on what the two gentlemen over here can do.
Who's Zeke?
As Elion says that, a little ferret pokes his head out from Ferris's shirt.
Aw.
This is Zeke. I guess you could call him my partner in crime.
Nice.
Zeke stands up on the hand of Ferris and then performs a courtier's bow to you all before slinking back up a sleeve.
Oh, so fancy. Now, you see...
I'd like to think he's smarter than most people.
That sounds helpful, then.
Now you see, what I do is, so there's little creatures of darkness and demons and ghosts and stuff all around Cherskio, right? People know that. So what you do is, you go up to some fuckstick's house. There's a lot of money. You tell them the house is haunted. You roll up on your cool black fire horse and tell them the house is haunted. And they buy it every time. And I do some song and dance and sprinkle some salt on something and boom, they pay me money. If I don't, then I make them pay me money. And then I make money. So I make money.
So, do you just pick a random house, or
Oh,
what?
I take a stroll. I find something that seems profitable. Someone who's, just rich enough so that they're gullible, but not too rich, they'll break my legs when I find out I stole money from them. Balancing act.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. You'll be surprised what people believe. I told the guy that this temperature control unit was haunted one time. That got me a pretty good payout. Do a little rain dance or something. Sprinkle some salt in a circle around the thing, and people they'll buy it every time.
Desert Bloom just kind of chuckles and just kind of goes, "Actually, that's how we recruited this one. He actually tried to pull that little stunt of his on me, not realizing that I was a sorcerer. If you lose 1 out of every 100, that's not too bad odds, my friend.
I got a pretty good record. Yeah.
So, do you want to break up into teams and handle this, or go robbing people? 'Cause I'm pretty good at information gathering.
Well, it seems like you and Elian are pretty good at getting the information bit. And from what it sounds like, Ferris is good at taking stupid people's money, as am I. So maybe we can split into 2 teams, and one of us will be getting some funds together. The other can find out the information, and we can reconvene at a later time.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Is that okay with y'all?
Yeah, sounds fun to me.
Okay, yeah.
If there's nothing else that you guys would like to do for the day, we're going to skip ahead to the next day. Your essence and willpower regenerates. Okay, so we start off with the smart people team. Elian and Divine have decided to, I guess, start wandering the streets and figuring out what that they're going to do, and maybe finding some jobs along the way. What do you guys want to start off doing?
Trying to think how to best go about seeing who's interested in that particular property.
I mean, we could big dick it and just walk up to the con and be like, hey, we're looking to place a bid. Who else is bidding on this?
I mean, we could. We didn't ask if we were doing discretion with this or not, really. But that also means just finding a way to walk up to the Tricon, which I assume is easier said than done.
It is a lot easier said than done.
Is there anybody within our knowledge that may know more about maybe somebody who's close to the Tricon that is in our association, or anybody who specializes in land and realty, so to speak, within our association that we could kind of talk to and be like, hey, have you heard anything about this?
Within the crime family that is in the city, your contacts are essentially the people that you have met already. Do either of you have anything in allies, contacts, backing, anything that basically gives you more people that you know about?
I got nothing. Except for one in contacts, but I don't remember what we decided on for contacts.
Okay, then in that case, then on your... I will get a name for them a little bit. That guild member for you can give you information on local guild stuff, and you know that they're not complete scum. So they would be potentially a good point of contact for finding out information on, at least if anyone from the guild is bidding.
That is a starting point, so yes.
What if I use my elemental concentration trance to figure out, like, I guess, introduce the lore of the person that is the retainer for the Tricon that's handling the auction, because I'm sure the Tricon's not handling it themselves.
Okay, so what exactly are you trying to do with this?
Alright, so bureaucracy is a air aspected thing, right? So I would want...
Is it? It's supposed to be water.
Is it?
Oh, you know what? I think it is water aspected.
Yeah, we have bureaucracy, investigation, larceny, sale, and then, like, brawl and martial arts is a finicky thing, but...
Oh, well then, so Divine would take, Elion on, like, a walk through the park or out to the coastline and contemplate, bureaucracy while staring at the water. And introduce the fact that there is a retainer handling the Tricons, handling the auction that is a lot more accessible than the Tricon. Like, this is the guy that you're supposed to go talk to, type deal.
Are you introducing the fact of like this is a named person, or like essentially, I guess what that I'm asking is, like, I guess that you know about this person.
Yeah, like, I don't know the scope of this charm or how big you want to let it go, but pretty much that there's this person, because that's what retainers do. They handle the light work, and they work out of an office nearby.
And I feel like that's actually a pretty decent idea, and I'm cool with that existing. I am going to need you to make that lore bureaucracy roll.
Yeah. And has a single bonus success on it.
This is going to be at a difficulty 4. So if you want to pump it up anymore, here you know what the difficulty is.
Yeah.
And is there anything else you'd like to use to pump it up, or stunt or anything?
Yeah, I'm going to use my careful insight gathering study and add 2 successes to it. So, and then when I use that, because it's an excellency, it doubles the 9s. So that'll be 3 successes. So I've got 6 dice with doubling 9s to roll 1 success. So, time to fail. Alright. So that is a total of 7 successes.
All right, not bad. So since I set the difficulty at 4, obviously this person does exist, and with you having those extra threshold successes, on the boat ride over, you actually did a little bit of studying of the old city of Chiaroscuro, and you actually know maybe not the exact area that this person is who conducts the Tricon's affairs when it comes to selling off land in Chiaroscuro, but you do know the building that they're in and the general within about 10 floors of the building that they're in.
Gotcha. So I know that they're on one of these 10 floors.
Yes, you know that they're on one of those 10 floors, and you know that their title is the Realtor of Spire's Most Divine.
I am going to, after contemplating that and remembering that, like a thought bubble pops up over Divine's head, and he's gonna communicate that with Elion. Hey, Elion, you know anything about the Realtor of Spire's Most Divine? Works in the city somewhere in this building. Like, I know there's somewhere in here. You got anything on that?
Well, I'm going to ask the outright question. Brendan, would I know anything about that? And while I check through to see if I have anything that might be of interest to help me with that.
You wouldn't know closer than what the Divine has already figured out. Like off the top of your head. You could certainly make a roll to figure it out, but it would be easier with some kind of information in front of you or being in the buildings, and you can ask questions to people. Right now, while that you all are walking through the old city and contemplating exactly what that you want to do and how you want to go about it, it's a little tough right now, even with the eidetic memory, just because you didn't exactly anticipate ever needing this information, which I realize is the exact opposite of what the eidetic memory is there for. So I guess that would, if you have anything in lore, I would let you roll it.
I do not currently. I've just got stuff in like bureaucracy that's like 1 dot and occult that's like 1 dot or socialize.
When you guys make it to the tower, I'll let you roll some things for that to actually start investigating and figuring out who that you need to talk to. On the way through the new city, as the people are starting to wake up and Yedim-drawn carriages are starting to bar the street from passages as goods are trafficked from one area of the city to another, there is the small patter of footsteps as a child, no less than 6 or 7, runs up and knocks into Divine at about the knee.
Oh, I have shit for this. Hold on.
Yeah. Awareness to see how much you just tried to pickpocket off of me.
The kid hits you, or not hits you, but they kind of like... Have you ever seen like a small child just kind of like run and like basically face plant into something, but they're standing up?
Yeah.
They basically do that at your knee and fall down onto their butt.
Okay, so he didn't pickpocket me.
Well, it wasn't a like run into him and like do a spin and keep going type of thing.
Correct. He ran right at the side of Divine's knee and then basically bounced off and is now sitting on his butt in the middle of the street.
Gotcha. In that case, I'm going to kneel down, pick the kid up, and stand him up on his feet. Where are you running to or from, bud? You seem to be in a hurry.
The man took He took my Hesieth doll.
All right. Divine's gonna pick the kid up and put him on my shoulders. You just point me to the direction of the guy who took it.
Actually, could you take me to where he took it from?
Oh man, you're gonna see some cool shit, kid.
Want to see some magic shit?
Yeah, it was over here. He said that only big kids get to play with Hesieth dolls. And he takes you to he basically points you over to a little alleyway where that you can see there's like a few areas where that like a couple games of marbles might have been being played a little while ago. And then the scuffle of basically like just like it looks like that the game got kicked around. I was playing marbles with my friend, and then I was trying to get the Giles doll from him, and then the big kids came.
All right. So can you point to where you said there's evidence, obviously, of something that happened here? Bloodhound's nose technique.
Okay. I guess go ahead and roll it, and
But wait, more.
I assume there's more. Obviously, this is going to be a difficulty of 3.
I'm also throwing an indisputable physical analysis technique. And I'm going to throw 4 motes into it to give me 2 automatic successes on an investigation roll. And I get to re-roll 6s. So Elion, after the child kind of points out where it is, Elion's going to kneel down, kind of look at the ground, pick up a couple of things, looking around for any kind of scuffle, any footprints, any torn pieces, maybe if there's any foliage around that could have torn some of the fabric off, any weird smells, anything that seems kind of out of place, doing the whole like montage of like, might as well have at this point like a magnifying glass going over everything.
The Sherlock Holmes calculation montage.
All right. I would definitely say that's a 2-dot stunt. So 2 extra dice and an automatic success.
Plus 2 other automatic successes because I'm burning the 4 motes.
All right. So that's 3 automatic successes. Let's just see what you rolled, because there is still the chance to botch it in case you get more 1s than successes. The case scene roll is a perception and investigation.
Okay, so that's a base 9 dice plus 2 more, so 11 dice with 3 automatic successes. Okay. So that would be... Oh, I get double 9s, I believe, as well.
Yep.
So that's 5 successes plus my 3 automatic successes, so 8 successes.
Okay, with basically 5 threshold successes, I'm actually going to give you more than what you're looking for. Basically, you're not getting these. You're getting the scent of the toy that was stolen. You can track that down instead of just the person who stole it. Now, how many motes did you just spend?
Spent 4 from my personal and 4 from my peripheral. Yeah.
Okay, wanted to see if you were flaring or not.
And then I also spent 1 willpower for the Bloodhound technique.
All right.
I know how to do a workaround so I don't flare.
So you get the scent of this toy and basically start following its trail. It's going to lead you closer to the old city, and Divine and Elian go on the trail of a lost child's toy. And as you're doing that, you can hear the child on top of Divine's shoulders, just kind of. I just want it back. It was all the allowance. I bought it from all the allowance that Dad gave me over the last year. What is Ferris and Ricky's plan for getting some money together?
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna find a street corner and go down one side of it. Just down the street, and just take like a walk, nice little stroll, kind of look-see, in case to join out a little bit, yeah. And then we can circle back around and find a target or a location, and I'll get to work on that. Or maybe if you want to just you like to take people's nice things, right?
It's definitely something I do enjoy doing.
Yeah, so either you can help me try to drip somebody off, or you can go and work on getting money out of people's pockets, or you can help me try to rip somebody's money off. I'm not sure if you're more of a together, if you work better as a team or by yourself. I can do either or.
Well, Zeke and I always work together on things, and I am curious to see how your whole shtick works.
It's quite the production. Well, anyway, let's go have a nice stroll. It's not too hot out yet, and I guess we'll go and find an appropriate street that I'm sure I can know the basis of a street that could find a potential target and just case it out.
Okay, so here's the question for you. Do you want to case out part of the old city, part of the undermarket, part of the new city, or maybe like the harbor or something? All of them have potential, but like kind of...
I want something that's like nice but not too nice, like not like a fast food restaurant nice or like bad, but like a little bit like not like a fine dining establishment level nice, but like more than a Subway. Like it doesn't have a drive-through. You know what I mean? I'm looking, if we're using the restaurant analogy, I want a place that like it is like I don't have to wear a button-up shirt to get in, but it doesn't have a drive-through. Like it's not that shitty. I want like a middle of the road, maybe kind of nice but not too nice.
Okay, yeah, I get you.
Like the suburbs?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like not like the Hamptons, but like the suburbs. Like there's probably like if it was a house, there'd be like a soccer mom Tahoe in the driveway.
You go close to the old city wall near where that all the towers and everything are, but not close enough that like the guards on the wall can see you. You're fairly far away from where your own neighborhood is, so like people like you're kind of going across the I guess the northeast part of town, kind of closer to the water.
Yeah.
So as you're going up there, you can see that this is there's a couple more storied buildings here than over in your part of town, and they're looking kind of nice. There's a few that have a little bit of extra glass on them, or might have some kind of sorceress working, maybe that a thaumaturge might have put up to maybe keep things a little bit cool in the desert heat.
Right.
It's nice, but it's not temperature controlled nice. And as you guys are going towards this part of town, you can see that there is a large crowd gathering in the road in front of you that is kind of blocking off part of the road to get to where that you wanted to run your grift.
Can I block the path of my colossal horse?
I mean, technically no, but if you wanted to ride your horse through them, it might cause a scene.
That's fair.
Hey, Brendan.
Yes.
Can I send Zeke up ahead to figure out what's going on? And since he can speak to me, he can come back and tell me what's going on up there?
Yeah, sure.
Familiars for the win.
So I'm gonna no shame, just reach into my shirt and pull out this ferret and kind of hold him up in my hands. For those of you who didn't know, Zeke is going to have a personality very similar to Pabu from Legend of Korra.
Yes.
But I'm going to hold him up in my hands and just kind of look at him. And I just be like, all right, Zeke, you know what to do. And I'm going to set him on the ground and let him do his thing.
Zeke scampers forward through the crowd, moving through people, and comes across a scene, takes it in for a little bit, and then comes scampering back to you. In his hands, he is carrying about the equivalent of $3 worth of guild script that he has also scrambled from people's pockets.
Well, shit. That's a nifty little trick.
I will just take the guild currency that he brought back and just put him in my pocket like it's no big deal. And then, all right, Zeke, What you see?
Zeke begins making ferret noises at you, just little, like, Ricky watches you stare intently at this ferret making tiny little chittering noises at you. And you understand Zeke perfectly, as anyone with a familiar would be able to communicate with their animal. And basically, Zeke tells you that there's some kind of concert going on up front, or a concert is being set up.
I'm going to kind of peek up at the crowd, back to Zeke, and then look over at Ricky. So apparently there's some kind of entertainment venue going on up here.
Huh. Well, hey, maybe there's money to be made. Let's check it out, I guess.
So, let's see. I guess you guys would go check it out. Would you just leave Lucille here, or would you kind of slowly push through the crowd on the horse?
Lucille can probably take care of herself. So yeah, I'll leave her there. And have it be good. But we'll be right back.
Horse begins to block traffic.
She's a good horse.
As that you guys start going through the crowd, you all hear from the side of from one of the alleys, from one of the dark alleys. You both hear a psst, hey, you two, over here. I need your help.
I'll look over in the direction of the alley.
Same.
There's a small group of young people in what can only be described as gaudy dresses. Almost like way too flashy, but they're somehow managing to blend in. One of them who looks like that they have the best way that I can describe it is they look like they have a fucking pompadour. Is like motioning you over to them.
I guess I walk over there slowly.
I will follow behind.
Hey, what's going on there, fellas?
Hi. Good day to you, sirs. I was wondering if maybe we could ask you two for some help.
What kind of help?
Depends on the help and on the, circumstances.
Well, you see, we're supposed to start playing in about 20 minutes. A slight problem.
Yeah?
Could you teach us how to be tough? Thank you all for taking the time to enjoy our show. If you liked what you heard, why not give us a follow on Twitter for more updates as to when we'll be releasing episodes. You can also give us a like or review on your podcast app of choice. Just a few quick button clicks and you can help us defeat the dreaded algorithm boss. The theme song for this game was Main Theme by Alexander Nakarada, copyright 2019, used under a Creative Commons license. And hey, for making it this far, I saw that cool thing you did, so have some stunt dice.
And before he still talks shit about it because Cody hates coffee.
I mean, I'm just gonna let it sit there and get cold.
So fucking rude.
Now is the perfect opportunity for us to set up a foothold for the Tyaranata clan. Wow, it is fucking weird to actually say that instead of just read it out loud. Or instead of just reading it. Air conditioning. Or I'm sorry, not air conditioning. He does not say air conditioning.
So out of character question. So let me guess, the cloud that Captain Desert Blossom, right? Blossom.
Desert Bloom.
Desert Bloom. I have it written down. I just said it wrong. Was that the Sirius cloud or like the cloud skiff?
That was the cloud skiff.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, I just wanted to pull up some stuff to make sure that I could have some side quests ready to go.
You know, Tyler, with our powers combined, we could totally trick a bunch of people into believing their houses are haunted.
Right.
So I picked up a merit called Chameleon. The character can change the color and pattern of her skin to match her surroundings. She adds a die to stealth rolls and to survival rolls to hunt for game. If she's not wearing any clothes, she adds 2 dice.
Oh. That do be a pretty good con.
There you go, Brendan. That was your background noise to take from Tyler, was that little clip right there.
All right.
What?
Press the button down but didn't do anything, so it was just like...
Oh, I said, oh. That does sound like a pretty good con. That could work very well.
Yeah, and my ferret also has some stealthy shit as well.
My take is like, I'm very much going off of like the you fake it till you make it type thing. So I'm like a guy in like tons of bright like monastery robes who rides a gigantic flaming horse and has like a shaman staff. I look like a guy who'd like cure your house of evil, even though there's no evil there. It's like the shock value.
Gotcha. Well, I also have a high performance. Like, I have max points in performance, and I have a couple of performance charms as well that can help me, like, distract or convince people.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so we're going to start off with team investigation. So after...
Do that real quick? Because it's 10:07.
What was that? You cut off a little bit.
Do you want to offload real quick since it's 10:08 now?
Yeah, may as well, and then I'll get like a half an hour from each of you before we stop. Or like 20 minutes or whatever. We'll basically start up some quests.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
Tyler and Britt rob people while Christina and Cody get real jobs.
Hey man, as long as the money's real, the job is real.
Literally, Elion gets a document, find this person, they owe us money, get the money, or whatever. Go out, track the person down. Dude, you owe us money. I'm not paying. That sucks to be you.
We just go find the people that are bidding against us. You socialize to uncover their intimacies, and then you find their families. Because we're the good guys. I mean, I've got my 1-dot retainer. I don't think that really counts, but...
It could be helpful. Did you ever give him, give them a name?
Nope.
Okay, so then that will be on me. Since we didn't actually flesh any of that out, I'm going to say no for the moment with them.
That works. Use that to introduce the lore that there is a...
One second.
Yeah.
Britt, I can hear you chewing.
Ha! My bad.
How dare you eat food?
I forgot that when I switched it over, it didn't change it automatically to push to talk.
You're fine. I was like, what am I hearing? And then I saw you light up and I'm like, oh, I got to stop Cody's description real quick. Yeah, I kind of realized what I was saying, and then I went, wait, no, let's actually have people roll for this.
Oh no, it's fine. Bloodhound's nose technique. Page 199.
Oh boy, that doesn't sound super like familiar. And with that, we're going to cut you guys the scene there for the week. So then I can get to team con and steal things.
Yeah! We're gonna do so much crime.
Dude, how sneaky is your horse?
Oh, not at all, but he's very fast. Oh, she's very fast.
You definitely named that horse Lucille, and I will...
did. You're right.
Lucille can be a dude horse's name.
It is not, though. It is certainly a lady horse.
There's a real easy way to tell, and with that horse being as big as it is, you could easily tell.
Give it a lick, see if it tastes like raisins.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
I've never been to a Subway with a drive-thru.
No.
There's at least 3 police cars in that neighborhood.
Right. Like, someone could go jogging in the neighborhood without being worried about being mugged. But
oh
also,
man, sounds like Bristow.